episode 16 of Dragon Ball Daima. And yo, next week, yo, bro. Like, I don't know if next week, I think this next week might be the episode where we get another from Daima. I think it might be next episode or it might be different after either way. Either way, next
So that's all.
We're seeing the next episode pretty basically like, oh yeah,
Here goes!
Hi there! Next week, you guys are definitely going to be getting a reaction to that episode when it drops. Or I guess when I review the episode on Sunday. Then drop, because these drop on Friday, but I watch the episode and do my review until Sunday.
Hi!
But yeah, anyway guys, this episode itself, man, was great, was fantastic, man. A lot of great character acting in this episode from King Goma, man. Like I keep saying, dude, I keep reading the dude's name who voiced him in the dub, but the English VA for King Goma is easily the MVP of this stuff, man. He is so goddamn funny, he is so every time it's on screen, man. The character acting here is also fantastic as well, man. There's definitely another like that part of the episode that kind of let me scratch my head.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
With the whole thing with Dende near the end of the episode, the typical was nowhere near as egregious as them just refusing to shoot.
Right there! No, you should train some more.
King Goma or grab Dende. Then it decided to go to Dende. All this is what you got hybrids just like moving around his hat all over the place and back and forth watching like shit.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
Yeah, so then we go inside Dende. We then cut over back to Dagasu, going into Dende's room, grabbing him. Immediately, Dende starts crying. And like the dude acts like he's never held a baby before because like,
best to deal with this now.
He damn near drops him. Like he's like moving all around like he can't get a good grip. I'm like, bro, there's no way.
Up and ready to go.
Dende waves that damn. Like, why are you struggling to grab? You never held a baby before. What the fuck is this? So that's
you should train some more.
And then that's when we get introduced, and that's when, or rather, Goku and the crew get introduced to the knockoff Ginyu Force, man. They jump from like this wall over top, they jump down the floor, and they do their little introductions, man. Introduce them. Like I said, this is literally just the Ginyu Force, but for the demon world. And, you know, of course, doing the whole, like, Sentai, which I like Sentai posing and whatnot, man. And then when the guy's, like, shoves his face full of chips for some reason right before battle. And, of course, you know, Vegeta makes quick work of these chumps. And then finally it dawns and they finally understand that indeed King Goma was right. They have indeed defeated the other two previous Tamagamis and Majin Buu. Then the leader of their group comes in there, man, to fight Vegeta. He actually puts a better fight than the rest of his cronies, so I guess that's why he is the leader. Anyway, so they fight for a bit. He then summons his massive fireball. And then once one of the other guys carrying a turret, like, pulls it up, I'm guessing to shoot it, to send it to Vegeta for a big blast. But when the dude lifts up the turret, he ends up hitting the big guy's hand, which makes him lose control. His hand starts throbbing. His hand starts throbbing and it's beating red as the fireball just fucks off for a little bit before it finally explodes as the turret just falls down the rest of the bridge that they were on, which doesn't really make sense because it looks like at worst he just like tapped his hand with the turret, or maybe it was like really hot or something, because the dude's acting like he got like his hand like stabbed. So I don't know, I thought it was better, but maybe it was just to show that these guys are absolutely fucking idiots, which in that case, you know, fair. But yeah, that does nothing. We literally fade out, and then we see
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
At first I thought this was maybe more the commercial break of the episode was, but we did get the commercial breaks, or the commercial cards a little bit later on in the episode. So I don't know if this was, if they literally decided like we'll fade out, then fade back in, or they had like, or this is like that really where like they place a second commercial break on this episode.
Might cause some trouble later. It's best to deal with this now.
So, alright. By this point, yes. Then like they all head up there, man, to go.
Take this!
So then they get inside there, and they see the little gold statue of King Daima. As we head over back to the chick that we saw from the previous episode that got Highness's belt.
Kid yourself, you could never beat me.
Daddy so actually grabbed the there. And then she tried to ask some of the other soldiers there, but they all just like go right past her. She's like, really? She's like, whoever bought this thing? And then the guy looks at her and she's like, ew, and then she just like runs into like this random hallway, trying to make a little bit just to get paid and get out of the stuff. We get back to Goku, it's another blocked gate. Let's see here what the blocked gate. Again, this is when the team splits off with all the third Demon World peeps, along with Bulma. Stay behind while Goku and the others do forward. Though we do see Pansy walking towards them, going to follow them along, and I'm guessing considering we
power
see,
level of 710.
Glory in the
Where the hell?
In the later part of the episode, I'm assuming he did follow suit.
Kakarot's kid?
Right behind
No way!
Then we
Damn,
get
this
then
thing
we get
must
back
be
to
busted.
Daima, where he like looks outside the windows and sees something. I don't know.
What?
And
Another
then that's
reading,
when we get
and it's
to the
heading
first part
straight
of the
for
episode.
me.
As we see Dagasu walk
There's
towards
one.
some of these random hallways
Oh,
that
there's
they're going
two.
through right now. Before cutting back to Goku in the
Power
they
levels
finally finish the rest of the
322 and
ship, then they give us a sense
334.
that Dende's key, so now
They
they're really
come.
on just to try to figure out where they are. And then they're fighting him in this hangar
So,
bay, where there's a bunch of
what
the other
brings you chumps
planes,
here?
planes,
Isn't it obvious?
planes.
I'm here to
Where
get my
obviously
son
looks like
back.
Dagastu's gonna make an
Where
escape
is he?
With Dende.
You're hiding him
And it's
somewhere,
holding
aren't
Dende
you?
at gunpoint, like, oh, my
Screaming
energy
was giving me a
finally
headache,
showed
so I
up.
locked him
How
up in
long
there.
has it been? It's been
But
centuries.
forget
no,
about
no
the
less
rot.
than a millennia since the
Don't
last
tell
time,
me
though.
you actually think
So
you stand
and
a
then this is
chance
the,
against
this
me.
part was a little kind of weird,
You
where they like
fool!
split the screen.
You're not
where you
even
got one
fit
part
to
of the
call
screen
yourself
with
a
Dagasu.
Saiyan.
The other part is just
Prepare
and then there's
to
just this
die.
massive black bar. But I thought it was gonna get filmed like an insert shot of like Goku
You
or
know,
something, but no,
believe it or not, battles aren't just about strength.
Oh,
That gives me an idea. You're arrogant scum.
It's like, tell us what's on the foot. Insert shot of like
Attacking in the
Goku
blink of
and
an eye.
Pansy sneaking away while they're but whatever it is, you know, for the keys definitely wants to beat his king, and basically leaving King Daima high in
If this is the best you can do, then you can just forget about joy. Now hit me with the strike.
gun right in Dende's face, which stops him dead. Now, why the fuck is it going I'm pretty sure
This game ends now.
light speed. We can barely use this instrument to grab that thing and get out of there, man. Before Dax even knew what happened. So I don't know why they're just standing around instead of using instant transmission. So
Even with your combined power, you're still pathetic.
Right before we cut back over to King Goma, man, look.
But considering you weren't smart enough to heed my warning, don't deserve
We get back to
to live.
Daggers, to King Goma. Dude is wondering what the
gotta
hell's
be
going
kidding
on,
me.
and just run.
You know
like
what?
a chicken
Since
with
you're
head
going
on
to
it.
die
The voice-
anyway,
the
I
voice
might
actor
as well
is
tell you
It's
something.
fucking fantastic. I mentioned before, man.
The two
Like, I keep
things
saying
I
that he is
mentioned
one of the
earlier,
MVP
they're
of
even
Dynamo
more
stuff.
powerful
He
than
is so
me.
fucking funny. I love him. And he's like running around like a chicken with his head cut off before we cut back.
If you've got a new
back to
attack hidden up
Dagasu.
your sleeve, now's the
Well,
time to
then Pansy
use
comes
it,
in and uses her,
Goku.
like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm assuming it's meant to be like a taser, but she ain't got
Sorry.
she ain't got no reach.
I'm fresh
and
out.
Dagasu ends up pointing the gun at her.
Lucky for you,
and
I
saying,
actually
"You're
came
that-
up with
you're
a
that
new
sea, that
technique
urge,
while I was
that true
training.
demon word." And then eventually, Glorio throws
A plan? It'd be easier just to lie down and wait for the sweet release of death.
Pansy goes in there for the
I'm just gonna need enough time to charge up the proper energy for it.
This is when Glorio appears himself.
Gonna
and then
need
along
you
with
to
Titus
keep
be
him
like,
busy while I deal
my
with
head-
this.
Hey, my head's getting pretty cold.
Got it.
So Dende wakes
I'll
up
do what
man,
I
with
can.
and he's all happy seeing Goku.
Hope you're ready
We
for
get back over
this.
to Dagasu, to King Goku, he's like celebrating that Dagasu, be like, yes, sir, time to betray me. He's like, wait, I shouldn't be
You
celebrating!
just don't know when to quit.
So like I said, he's just losing his goddamn shit over it. And then eventually we then see the girl.
You
once again,
alone?
like, hey,
What were you trying to decide who gets to die first?
Planning on losing. They did on the character acting King Goma. They've been really popping on this character. So he's like so happy that he finally the third eye, then she tells him that he didn't have to get the playtime over. Well, Dagger's thrown. King Goma is trying to figure out how to 13 worlds off.
Here goes!
So then they were like, okay, all month will go after the first world. Deep Dragon. Dragon. Glorious Service Explosion. 13 world
Playtime's over!
Number one mental
Daddy's gonna save
sister.
Are you actually that stupid? No one can save you! You'll be long dead before that could happen!
And she says that they Mountain! Sounds like mountain. So anyway, we then come back to the and he is and fine. All of them.
Here goes!
My power! Throws a fucking fit. Throws the belt and then goes to the back. After he is done relieving himself, he finds it. And he's trying to get the third eye out, but then it goes right back in. So then he goes right back to plunging the damn thing. And then finally, the third eye comes out there, man. He does a little mini celebration as the girl is leaving. It's like, wait, you said it gets don't get mad. No, it's like, never mind that. And then he demands her to put the third eye in his hand.
This game is now.
What the fuck can he do himself? Remember, everywhere where it mentioned that meant that someone else had inserted into their head, they couldn't just insert themselves. And like, I looked from the fact that you could reach up there and pointing at a button, I'm pretty sure he has to go. So I don't know why he's out. She goes, here goes! There's a free thing, goddamn it, he hurts you! And then what's else? Is he anything or not? Like, no way! It's like, you little! Which really reminds me of the scene from Spider-Man 3.
This game is now.
And he says, like, and then and that's a really reference to this and really to remind him of the source. So let's say that he doubles the money, puts it in his head, but it won't stay in the space nothing else is with if you can see the incredible ship to fight against the drone thing from he's able to like times three that strong as the I mean, turns low, you can probably push him in a
This game ends now.
And then the dude transforms face from now looking like a here as she goes. So she'll drop two yeah,
Playtime's over. Farewell.